This is my first Olympia, yeah. When people ask me that question, they expect me to be really nervous and really like hyped about it, but honestly, I feel calm, I feel excited, I feel like it's where I'm meant to be, doing what I'm doing, and I know that I'm going in as an underdog and I feel like there's no pressure on me. I've made improvements since my last show, worked on judges' feedback, so I'm bringing my best. Definitely a creature of habit, so every night I eat like steak and potatoes, that's on my meal plan. And then after I win a show, we like to go out for steak and potatoes and a few cookies, of course.
It's
I love
nice.
my sweets, so cookies and brownies.
We're just focused on the goal.
Yeah.
And so it's like we're not planning where we're going to eat after. We're just all in on like what the mission is. There's that quote, the person that enjoys walking walks further than the person who just wants to get to the destination. We celebrate once the job's done, but the whole way through is a fun journey and we just love doing it. So
you have to enjoy the process. That's like the #1 thing. Enjoy the process. Hi, I'm Frank Carroll. I'm from New Zealand and I'm a bikini pro, currently in prep for the Olympia. We're sitting at 11 days out. I qualified at the Dallas show back in June. So I came over from New Zealand to the States for 5 weeks. I did 4 back-to-back shows and I won. I took out first place in my last show here, which was the Dallas Pro Show, and qualified for the Olympia, and now we're back. Might do a little bit of upper body, hit a little bit of shoulders, a little bit of back. For the bikini division, obviously it's super important to be keeping a very small waist, and the way that we can accentuate a small waist is by actually growing the upper body, building a nice wide back and good shoulders as well. So we're going to hit some shoulders now. Keeping the core nice and tight as we're doing this, and not using any of our body apart from our shoulders to move the weight outwards. Nice and slow and controlled movements throughout. Yeah, it's definitely a more muscular physique now in bikini than it used to be, so we're needing a lot more muscle. But yeah, always working hard to gain some more size. So I'm actually 31 years old. Maybe I look a little younger, but I'm 31. I've been training for over 10 years now, about 12 years in total. Bodybuilding specific since about 2019. So what are we? 19, 20, 21, like 6 years now. This is our second time. So we came here earlier in the year to do a round of pro shows with the goal of qualifying for the Olympia. And so we came for 5 weeks total. I did 4 back-to-back shows and Dallas was my last show. So I come here and I had one more shot to qualify for the Olympia. So it was really all riding on that last show. Yeah. And I won, qualified for the Olympia. So we spent a lot of time here at Destination Dallas and we just really loved it. So we knew that we wanted to come back and we thought we'll come back for the lead up to the Olympia, get in our zone, train here, be around it and then head to Vegas. Yeah, initially it took a while to grow my shoulders and then I feel like now my shoulders have come up and I'm having to bring the glutes up. That was my feedback from my last show. So just been maintaining the upper body size and growing the glutes, focus on the glutes.
And doing that, I mean, you say when you get feedback.
Yeah.
How do you take that into your head and then implement it? Because it's like, it's not very easy just to put on a little bit here. But
yeah.
You have to be very meticulous in your planning.
That's where he comes in.
Is that where you get a coach? And
he's my coach. Yeah. He knows what he's doing.
So you incorporate everything like nutrition and training for the body? Yeah.
All focused on the bikini criteria. Yeah, so that's specific for the rear delts. It's a really small muscle group, but my engagement's really good. I've had to work really hard on my mind-muscle connection to not work the traps and just work the rear delts. So while I'm doing all of these exercises, I'm really keeping my core nice and tight. With bikini, you want the smallest waist possible, so just always keeping it nice and tight throughout my entire workout. Never ever letting it go, always keeping it tight, keeping it tight. So the rear delt just contributes to that hourglass shape in bikini. So in our back pose, we're seeing a lot of the capping of the rear delts. If I show you here, we want to see that shape from the rear. That roundness there. Everything matters at the Olympia, at pro level when you're on stage competing in bodybuilding. So the entire look, from your hair, your makeup, your tan, obviously your physique, your posing, every single thing is judged. So with the bikini posing, we're not actually tensing or like, you know, squeezing any muscle groups. It's all about that overall shape and just working your angles.
Yeah, partner and coach, so I feel like I'm responsible for a lot, but...
This is my husband, Frank Carroll. He is also my coach.
She's never paid me, so she's never been a client. We were friends, I started training her, then we were more than friends.
Then it grew.
And I continued to coach her, but she's never paid me, so...
Yeah, we're coming to the Better Bodies party, and then we're flying home the next day, back to New Zealand, 14 hours, and then I'm home for 24 hours, and then I'm actually a theatre nurse, a registered nurse. So I work full time as a nurse in New Zealand, and then I'm heading to Brisbane, to Australia, which a lot of people think that New Zealand and Australia is the same place, but they're separated by a sea. Okay, you can't drive there. So I'm going to go there for a work conference, which I'm excited about, but it's a lot of travel in a very short amount of time. Yeah, my work's really, really good to me. Like I've been there for about just over 8 years, and so I help them out and they help me out, and they know like that my bodybuilding is really important to me, so they have been amazing with giving me the time off that I need.
So they're all going to be like streaming and cheering you on?
Yeah, I think like a couple of them will, and then I know that all the photos and everything I share online is going around the tea table at lunchtime and stuff, so they all support me. Yeah, so with the bikini criteria, the bikini category, we're looking for an hourglass shape, which means building the upper, keeping the waist nice and tight, and building the lower nice and shapely through the glutes. So today I've just focused on some upper body movements that are part of my training program for the last 5 or 6 years. We had some lateral raises for the shoulders, we had a shoulder press, we had some rear delts, and we also had a lat pull down. So that's all contributing to that hourglass shape and building the upper so that the waist appears smaller.